And Deepika Mehta is joining us from Patna. Deepika, you've had a long day, but when we talk of the victory, the performance which the NDA has put forth, it is astounding. As a reporter, you covered the elections extensively. Help us understand what have been the decisive factors that have led, NDA to garner this victory.
I think Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent tweets have answered what has been the decisive factor when we talk about it. It's been purely developmental based outcome that we have witnessed today in the result in the on the counting day of the Bihar Assembly election 2025, rising above the caste system, rising above casteism, rising above other issues, rising above the Muslim Yadav combination and the factor, the MY factor. Everybody voted for good governance, everybody voted for a developed Bihar, a developing Bihar, and everybody voted for their better future. That has been the mandate this time. When we had a word with many of the people across Bihar, not only in Patna during our coverage, to different places, to different constituencies, out of the 243 constituencies, all of them said that they want to have less number of migrants from Bihar. They want to have more job opportunities in Bihar. They want good governance here. They want better infrastructure system here, and keeping in mind all these factors, they went to vote, and we saw the voter turnout as well, which broke all the records since the past Bihar elections. And now not only the polling results broke a record, but this time the result, the mandate of the people, of the common citizen of Bihar, has broken all the record, giving a landslide victory to the NDA alliance. Preeti.
All right, Deepika, when we talk of elections for not just Bihar, but for any region, elections are all about surprises. Elections are all about hits and misses. What are the surprise takeaways that we look for, that we should see in the Bihar elections? You've talked about the decisive factors, but what is it that has taken the people by surprise, the surprise takeaways of Bihar elections 2025?
We were expecting that the Mahagathbandhan or the Grand Alliance at least give some sort of fight to the NDA alliance, but they failed to do so even. So a very poor performance by the opposition, and especially Congress. Another very poor performance by Congress here. They've very barely have been able to open their account in the assembly elections. However, they were bagging on vote chori campaign. They were bagging on different sort of campaign. They were always high on blame games when it came to the combination to the fight against the NDA alliance. But seems like none of them worked in their favor when we talk about Mahagathbandhan, their strategy, their policies, their initiatives. Nothing worked for them. Just a blessing in disguise for Tejashwi there. He won his particular seat, but overall it has been a very poor performance from Mahagathbandhan. It's an alliance of 7 parties, including regional parties, and even after that they were not able to give even a close fight to the NDA alliance. And NDA alliance coming up with such great results is, I think, a complete answer to the Mahagathbandhan as well, by the people of Bihar, that what exactly do they want, and they will not be carried away by just mere promises for that matter.
All right, Deepika, when we talk of the state as a whole, what were the specific parts of the state, or what were the specific constituencies that led to this decisive result when we talk of the NDA sweeping the results?
I think all of them.
Yes, Deepika, spell out more on this,
please.
Because
when we talk about the results, I think the results say, because results are already speaking for themselves. A sweeping victory for the NDA alliance here. Out of 243 constituencies, BJP crossing the 200 mark. Each of the constituencies is very important. Like in the matches also, we say that none of the teams should underestimate any of the team. Anybody can be a game changer. Similarly, in politics, any constituency can be a game changer. Even a single vote really matters, and that is all the more reason why we always urge, and the parties always urge for everybody to cast their vote, because every vote matters. Now, there were key constituencies where star campaigners were there. For example, Raghopur, that has been backed by Tejashwi. the only silver lining they have. But then apart from that, all the constituencies are important. If we talk about Jahanabad, that was banking on the caste system, that again we saw a different result from there also. And if we talk about Araval, if we talk about Ghosi, every of the constituency has really vouched for development, for the cause of development, and they really want to see a developed Bihar this time, and they want to see a status where people come to Bihar to get opportunities, to get employment, and they don't have to migrate and go out of Bihar to have or search for any sort of opportunity.
All right, so the idea of a developed Bihar is what encouraged the voters to vote and give this